Have you ever had Campagnolo?
No, nada. I know nothing about that. Listen, I just drive my car. I never open the hood.
I get it. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You know, a while back I did a video called Cycling Past the Age of 50, What You Can Expect, where I featured an interview with my longtime cycling associate, cousin and friend, Zaid Abdulrahman, where we had an opportunity to talk about some of the challenges that men face as we cycle past the age of 50. And a lot of the experiences shared by myself and by Zaid and even by other people, especially in the comment section, was about the entire idea of where we feel like we lose power, but we feel like we may gain endurance. But a lot of the comments centered around, well, what about women? Are their challenges different? And I said, yeah, what about women? I mean, as men, we know that as we age, one of the things that happens is we lose strength and muscle mass. And on the bike, this results in a diminished sprint, acceleration, but maybe better endurance. But do female cyclists experience similar changes? One thing I know is that there are a lot more women riding today than in the past. And the industry has actually taken notice because we have women-specific kit, bikes, and even women-specific events. And I think that's kind of exciting. But I wanted to get like first-hand account from somebody who has been a participant in the sport for a while so that they can share their insights. And that's my good friend, Virginia Davis. I've known Virginia for quite some time. We've been talking about putting this video together for a very long time, and we finally got our schedules together where we're able to do it. And we spent a little bit of time sitting down in a cafe talking, and then we got on a bike and we just kind of like hung around and we shared a little bit more of her insights, even talk about her bike a little bit. And I think it's a very good piece. So one of the things that's amazing to me is that it's not just that there's so many more women riding bikes today, is that a lot of these women are getting involved in the sport sometimes in their 30s, 40s, and even in their 50s, and they're attacking the sport with a great deal of enthusiasm, and that's really neat to see. All right, let's go. I'm sitting here with my friend Virginia Davis. Funny story about how we met. Do you remember how we met?
At Gustavo's wedding.
At the wedding. They had a table. Well, you know, at a wedding, you never know who you're sitting next to. And these people started talking cycling language. We just struck it up and we met and we became friends. So I consider you like my cycling sister. So Virginia and I have been talking about some of the changes that people face with cycling. And I couldn't think of a better person to talk about the challenges that women face in cycling that may be a little bit different than men. So first question that I have for you is, how did you get involved in cycling?
I got involved in cycling after spinning for 13, 14 years, from Monday through Sunday when I was not out of town, and it got bored.
So you were physically fit when you got involved in cycling?
Yes, more than now.
I've heard that about spinning, but it's different than being on the bike.
No, it's different. It's a different feeling. It's the, you know, the outdoors, the sun, the wind. It's different. Okay.
And did somebody approach you and introduce you to cycling, or you just said, what happened? You saw some cyclists and decided? I
saw some cyclists on Flamingo, since I used to live in Cooper City, and that's the main road for cyclists. So I said, you know what? One day I'm going to be there in that group.
You want to do what those guys are doing.
So I just said, one day I left the gym and I said, I'm buying a bicycle. And I went to Z-Bike, and I got my first bike.
Wow.
A Specialized.
And how
tarmac.
Long? You started with a Specialized tarmac?
Yes.
Okay, so how long has it been that you've been cycling?
I would say 15, almost 16 years.
Oh, wow. And your current bike is a...
Pinarello, Dogma.
As a female that I'm going to call seasoned, I'm not going to say anything about your age.
That's fine, I'm proud of it.
Okay, all right, so as a 50 plus female, but have you noticed any changes physically? Like a lot of the guys that I speak to, they say recovery is a problem for them. Now, as they've gotten older, is recovery a problem for you?
I've noticed, not too much, but I recover fast.
What about like your power or your speed on the bike? Has that changed?
It has changed. You know why? Because I used to train before more. Like I used to ride before 5 times a week, 6 times a week.
I noticed something about you on a ride on Saturday. You're in the front with JC for, I don't know, 7-8 miles through the warm-up, and then doing 20-21, you were up there with him. So your stamina is obviously very good. Has that changed at all?
No, I think I kept it
Pretty much the same?
Pretty much the same, yes.
Do you help mentor and coach women as they come into the sport?
I normally, not everybody takes it well, okay? Because they think, but when I have the chance and I ask, I said, will you mind if I tell you something that is going to help you? And if they are receptive, I'll go ahead and come in, you know?
If there was one thing that you see that women need to do better or different now that is like an obvious thing, what would you say that is?
I would say just be disciplined. Just try to train 3-4 times a week. Eat healthy. Don't smoke. Don't drink that much.
And don't party.
I don't party.
She doesn't party.
I don't party, but I can be very happy. Before 10 or before 11 o'clock at night. I consider myself a happy person. I can party, but I don't. It's not part of my my every day, every weekend, every routine.
No, I.
You party?
No, I like to be home.
I love to be home.
And Betty is the exact opposite.
Really? She's Dominicana.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird because people say I'm Dominicana and they think I party and I said no, because they see my personality. Like I'm always, and I can dance. I can dance for hours. But I have to be prepared. Like, okay, tonight I'm gonna go to bed at 3. But obviously, I'm not riding the day after.
Yeah. Sometime later, Virginia and I agreed to meet at Markham Park, one of our favorite places to ride, where we were going to do an on-the-bike chat, and Virginia would share a lot more on her passion for cycling. So what does cycling do for you?
Always cycle.
Right.
But I was very active. Always at the outdoors. Climbing trees. Rollerblading.
You were a tomboy.
Yes. But at the other end, very feminine when I would just to dress up and go out, like very to the extreme.
See, like we said, a bag of differences.
I don't mind getting dirty with mud and then clean up, and then I don't even get close because I can get dirty.
Okay.
So it's incredible. But cycling for me is like it's freedom. It's like I love the smell of the dirt, of
the outdoors.
The rain.
Yeah.
I like that. It really brings me joy. I feel like energized. Even when I'm a little down, I just grab my bike and I say, you know what? Let's change this. And it works. When I go back, it's like I'm different. I feel different. I feel positive. So it really brings the best out of me.
So it's like your therapist.
It is my therapy.
Like, one of the things that I know about you is I've never heard about you getting dropped on a ride or being out of shape or anything like that. It seems like you're always able to ride at a very high level. So over the years, because I know you from back with Alligator, how have you managed to stay fit and always be able to ride at a very high level all these years?
I would say discipline. I really try to eat healthy. I'm not a meat eater, so I eat lots of salads and veggies.
Okay.
Here we go again. I go to bed early.
What time do you go to bed?
Between 9 and 10. Sometimes when I feel like I'm already ready, I go at 8:30. I'm ready in my PJs at 8 o'clock at night.
Yikes.
I don't stay late. And I think that makes a big difference, getting the right rest,
Yeah.
And when I have an event or a ride, a special ride, long ride,
Yeah.
I prepare myself
wait, if you have an event, like if you're gonna do a 70-mile ride, whatever, with whatever group, you start thinking about it a week ahead, or planning for it a week ahead?
Yeah, maybe planning to eat more carbs because I don't eat that much carbs.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, have like 3-4 days before pasta, you know, so I can get my energy, but I hydrate more. I'm not that great hydrating.
Yeah. You and I are both the same age. We're 57.
That is correct.
And where do you see yourself going with cycling in the future? Like, do you see yourself doing it for a long time? Or do you see yourself at some point, I'm not ready?
No. God willing, as long as I can pedal, I'll be riding.
I think that's awesome. You know, we have a lot of inspiration here in our community because we have a lot of people who are in their 70s. Some people are even in their 80s and they're still riding the bike.
Yeah, it's funny because I just got this bike not too long ago, not even a year ago. And I tell my son, I said, you know what? That's it. I'm getting this bike because I really like it.
Yeah.
And maybe it's my last bike. I don't get to buy another expensive bike. And he says, Mom, don't worry. I see you riding 20 more years, so I'll get you the next bike. And I go, well, okay. Yeah. Pinky promise.
So I want to thank you again for doing this, for having us have an opportunity to pick your brain, gain some insight, and to spend some awesome time riding and chatting with you. It's been great.
Thank you. Thank you, Chad.
I appreciate you so much.
I do too.
Now, there are two things that I have coming up on the channel. One of them is that on November 12th, that's a Sunday, is the weekend after daylight savings. We're going to run Cafecito con Lou 3 here in Pembroke Pines, Florida. The ride is going to start approximately 7 a.m. Location to be disclosed. We're going to run about 40 miles. It's a nice chill pace. We roll at 21, 22, and we keep it there. But the whole idea of it is just to have a ride where you don't feel like you're killing yourself. You get to fellowship and meet other people that you otherwise may have been on rides with but don't necessarily know. And it's my attempt to kind of like work on bringing the cycling community together. So look for a flyer with specific details coming up real soon, or follow me on social media, my Instagram page or my Facebook page, so that you know you're in the know with that event and when it's coming up. You don't want to miss that. Also, our channel has been growing. We are kind of like 17,300 subscribers. Would love to push to get us over 20,000 subscribers. Why? Just because I think it's what you do. You grow your channel, right? So you can help us out a great deal by giving this video a like, leaving a comment below, but most importantly, subscribing. All right, I hope that was beneficial to you. It really was a delight for me to have that experience sitting down with Virginia and hearing her insights and her experiences. Please let us know what your experience is like cycling past the age of 50 if you're a female cyclist, or if you know of a female cyclist, maybe share this video with them, because I'd love to hear more and learn more about what different people are dealing with as we continue to enjoy this wonderful sport as we age. All right, guys, as always, our aim here at the channel is to inform, instruct, inspire. Be blessed.